welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about hair supplements. Do they actually work and what has helped me? So let's talk about supplements. This is where a lot of people actually waste so much money, myself included. I have so many vitamins and supplements and crazy things that I've bought throughout the years, and part of me is like, I want to finish some of them, but at this point I just don't want to take anything that's unnecessary. But yes, so many people waste their money or they just give up too soon. Not all supplements are going to be helpful if they're not what your body actually needs. Again, if you watch any of my other previous videos, I mention a lot that it's very important that you go and get current lab work. Go to your doctor and have them test your hormones, have them test whatever they need to test, because you don't want to be taking anything that's gonna either be counterproductive or just total waste of time and money. Okay, so problem with generic random vitamins that you saw some influencer mention and you're like, yep, that is the vitamin that I need. Or maybe you went on Pinterest and you're like, I think I need to take evening primrose oil, or I need to take this or that, some random stuff. Okay, the problem with that is most of these little hair gummies just throw biotin and collagen into a pill and call it a day, and you might not even actually be absorbing it. It's probably has tons of sugar in it and is not even doing anything that it says it's doing. And sure, it might help you, it might not, but it's really not going to help if it's not the root cause of why you're shedding hair. If your main or root cause is hormones, stress, or inflammation, then this isn't gonna help you. I have significantly reduced the amount of supplements that I'm taking because one, I'm focusing on getting a lot of my nutrients and vitamins from actual whole foods. I'm getting my macros, I'm getting my protein, carbs, healthy fats, but I'm also getting a lot of my vitamins and minerals from my actual food. That has eliminated a lot of the supplements that I was taking or trying to replace whole foods with. I've narrowed it down to these, and I will explain why I'm taking them and what it does for me. I'm taking pumpkin seed oil, 1,000 milligrams a day. Pumpkin seed oil helps block DHT and it helps support hormonal hair loss. I'm also taking omega-3s. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation and help increase scalp circulation. I'm also taking magnesium glycinate, 300 milligrams at night. This just helps with stress, sleep, and adrenal support. This is a little bit more pricier, and again, please get your lab work done. I have mitochondrial dysfunction, so I have decided to incorporate NAD+ and glutathione. Both of these just help with cellular repair and energy, and then glutathione helps with detoxing. But it does amazing things for your hair, skin, and nails. Helps you glow. If you don't think that you can do this at home, I personally inject myself with this, but you can also go to a local med spa, or I don't know what you would call it, but they have these places where you can go get IVs and you can have these as add-ons. It is a little bit pricey, but if you want to splurge on yourself or you think that you'll benefit from it and you've consulted your doctor, then it's worth a try. I have seen significant improvements in my energy and overall health. It also is anti-aging, and I mean, who doesn't love that? I am taking a multivitamin, but I'm taking half the dose because I am actually getting a lot of my vitamins and minerals from my whole foods, but this is just to fill any nutritional gaps, so very low dose. I also have started to take this supplement called MitoPure Urolithin A, and that also helps with mitochondrial dysfunction in my case, and it helps with muscle recovery and growth. I really do feel overall more energized. My energy is way more stable, but again, that could be a myriad of things. I'm not overdoing the supplements. I don't want to overload my body or my liver with it having to break down so many things. Because I wanted to support my hormones, I also decided to start taking Vitex and inositol. If you know how to pronounce it, good for you. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. I'll write it on the little top here. but I decided to take those. I'm taking Vitex because it just helps support your hormones. It isn't a hormone, so it doesn't necessarily influence you to have either more estrogen or progesterone. It just balances your hormone. The inositol, I think that's how you say it, is actually a member of the B complex family and has phospholipids. So basically it just helps support ovarian functions and reproductive health. It does also help with insulin resistance. Yeah, so I decided to incorporate these as well. My friend had mentioned it to me last year, and I did some research on it. I liked that it didn't really necessarily sway my hormones this or that way. It just helped to balance them overall. I did take note that a lot of people said that they don't really see anything till the 3-month mark. I started experiencing a change within a month, and I did do it for a little bit, and then I fell off because I just felt like I was overloading myself with a lot of supplements at the time. And now that I've created this regimen, my fitness, my whole foods, and I really took a look at the supplements that I was taking, I narrowed it down to the few that I mentioned, and then I decided to add those to support my hormonal health. Okay, so this is how I space it out. I usually like to take my fat soluble ones, I guess, like the omega-3s and the urolithin A and the pumpkin seed oil. I take those in the morning when I'm having my breakfast, and then when I get to work, which is still morning, I go ahead and take the Vitex, the myo-inositol, and then I save the magnesium glycinate for part of my nighttime wind down routine. I try to not feel overloaded. I really don't think that the routine that I had before and all the supplements that I was taking in replacement of actual whole foods was sustainable. It overall just really overloaded my body, and the liver is so important, especially for females. And when I read that you just don't want to be taking so many herbs and supplements, you don't want to overload your body, you want to take targeted supplements that are gonna get to the root cause, and you want to do something that is sustainable and affordable. If you're struggling with hair loss and don't know where to start, or you feel overwhelmed, just start simply by getting some blood work done. Go to your doctor and see where your gaps are at and see what you need to focus on. 1. 2, you need to think about, are you taking the right supplements for what you're dealing with? Are you actually being consistent? So a lot of us like to see all these cool supplements, like, oh my god, yeah, I'm drinking bone broth, and not a supplement, but I just saw this new bone broth that also has collagen in it. And there's just so many things out there, right? There's a huge market for this, and then we buy it, and then we drink it, and we don't like it, and we move on, and we buy something else. Are you really being consistent? Are you giving your body a chance to take it in and heal and work with it? So 1, again, blood work. 2, are you taking the right supplements? 3, are you being consistent? And then last but not least, are you actually feeding your body and actually letting it rest and recover as it should? Because you can eat right, you can exercise, you can take supplements, but if you're not resting and recovering, that's also going to throw everything off. You don't need 20 things, you just need like 2 or 3 things to start with. So this is less about more supplements and more about the right supplements, and staying true and consistent and pairing it with what your body actually needs. Anyways, that's what I'm taking in a nutshell. Nothing too crazy, and yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.